I used that stool to like climb up on top of shit, but I didn't remember where I got it from.
Oh, okay. It is out in the kitchen.
Yeah. Is where it goes?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, my story about saying things.
I can't see. Can you move it so I can turn
Yeah.
around?
I'm behind it.
Okay.
Yep. That's why I said something. Cause
Thank you.
yep.
Okay, now I'm cold. How do you feel?
Sorry, 1 second.
I was gonna get something else. What was it?
Okay, so what did you say? You want me? What did you say? You were cold?
I was asking you how you felt because I'm starting to get cold, but I have sweaters and stuff that I can put on.
Should I shut the air off?
How do you feel?
I can shut the air off.
Okay.
I'm indifferent right now.
Okay.
What?
I gotta answer this.
Ooh,
sorry.
okay. Oh, I love bitching about things. This has been fun.
Yeah.
Sorry, you focus on you.
There was something else I need to do.
You're getting real pissed off about something being the color blue before on your phone?
Yep.
Does it really do that?
Nope.
Oh. I forget I said anything.
I have to set alarms before my appointments, even though everybody's coming over here.
Every half hour.
I have to do it like 15 minutes before.
Oh.
But I also have to have it on my phone, and then I trained myself to do the process of like checking it every day before the next day around like evening time. But it took forever to like, because of my brain injury, to like get all set up.
Yeah.
Like it was such a nightmare. Like it's still not great, but like I still will totally forget and blip out like chunks of time.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't help that like the meds I'm on too, but yeah, I think I got it figured out. The phone is acting as it should. I have some scheduling conflicts, which I'm not happy about because like I get massages every once in a while to help with my pain and stuff like that. But now I got a home maker who like they'll call the day before and then just like I'm coming at this time and I'm like I
need more of a heads up. Yeah.
But that like it doesn't really work that way in home care, so I just have to like work through it. So there's a conflict like timing wise that I'm gonna have to figure out Friday. So bath aid comes once a week.
What?
My bath aid. Oh shit, we were talking about
Oh yeah, no, I want to say my thing, but keep going. Your bath aid, what?
Oh, I'm just proud of myself for like getting to that level of being like, okay, like I'll let somebody help like this level because like declining like this rapidly, like this condition has already been like real steady, like going downward with some like little peaks, but mostly like this. And
I realized that didn't make a huge difference in volume, but for me, it was like, oh, I can hear you better. Okay, hold on. I gotta get. I turned it down. No, we go this way. This is not something you would think would need a learning curve. But,
right?
Oh, this still doesn't feel right. I gotta do it again.
I'm really mad that they just like dropped it off and they gave me like
they didn't give you a tutorial.
Like, I mean, yeah, like kind of, but not really. Like they were like, this is how you adjust this, and this is how you. This is go. This is not go. This is, and it was very brief. It was
and also like, sir, you sound boring. Like I'm tuning you out right after you start talking. You know what I feel like that's
Are you tuning me out?
No, I feel like in situations where people are describing things to me,
I need to do it, and then I need to like ask questions.
Exactly.
And, like actively, I
it's like you're talking to a wall right now.
I need to be in the position of like if I was doing it, like kind of go through it like physically.
Yeah, it's
and then I have to do it a few times, but like this specifically, like they dropped it off, and I couldn't even get in and out of that door. There was no ramp. There was like my uncle had to build a ramp, and then the tiny little like threshold things, like all that stuff had to be. It's like all at once, kind of like this room thing. It's like disabilities just hit you in the face, and you're like, oh fuck. Well, guess I've got to do a lot of like stuff to get my shit semi together, like. And
well, it's so interesting too because all right, we're gonna circle back to that. First off, my story. So with the disclaimer thing.
Well, okay, even before that, like a sandwich in between that is just how neat it is that there is like an overlap on so many of these things that like we can have an understanding because of.
Oh yeah. So
like in the disability world.
Yeah. So I'm bartending Pride, and Kristen already told people like that I would be working with like a lot like in the whatever community. They were like, Kate just says her thoughts out loud, so like she doesn't mean anything by it. Like don't take offense to anything she says. It's just like she just speaks what her thoughts are, and she'll forget about it 2 seconds later. So like don't get offended, kind of. Well, anyway. There's the beer rep guy who's like dropping off like all these beers and things like that. And then at the end of the night, like when we're cleaning, there's a giant like ice tub thing, like huge. And it needed to be dumped or whatever. And so like we were still like cleaning up stuff behind the bar and cleaning all that. And he had like dumped it like right in the middle of there. And so and I'm walking by and like there's like all this ice all over. And I was like, I go, what did I say? I was like walking by the ice. I'm like, that was a stupid choice. And like someone's like, what? And I was like, oh, like dumping the ice like right back here where we're all working. I was like, that is a stupid choice. And like he's like, well, I did that. Do you think I'm stupid? And I'm like, no, I also don't know you. Like what? And he's like, well, what was? And like he started like getting into it with me too. But I was just like, I was like, oh, I'm not. He's like talking. I'm like, oh, I'm not mad. Like I don't like. I'm not mad about it. He's like, well, what do you want to do to fix it? I'm like, oh, nothing. I go, nothing. I thought it was stupid. So I said it was stupid. Like, I don't, whatever. And then he's like, what would you have done differently? And I was like, I go, personally, I would have waited till we're not cleaning. I go, but like, you're not bartending. So if I was in your shoes and like trying to help and not go, what's going on? Like, I also might have done that. I don't know. I do stupid shit all the time. Like, I just, like I could have been me that did it. I still think it's a stupid choice, whether I did it or someone else, whatever. And he got all mad because I was calling him stupid. And then the next year, he came back. I'm like, hey, I remember you. You're mad. He goes, yeah. He goes, are we going to get into it this year? I go, our beef was one-sided last year. But that's a thing where I was like talking about before, where like I'll just say shit and then people will be insulted, and it's like I didn't mean that like in any capacity. Like I didn't even know it was you. It could have been me that did it. I'll still say that was a stupid choice because I do shit all the time. And I'm like, what an idiot. But like, you know what I mean? Anyway, I digress.
That kind of sounds like when I found this situation at a place I worked at, and it was really fucked up. And I was just like, this is messed up. This is what I'm going to do about it. This is my plan. Like, blah, 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 blah. And it was not received. Not received well. A lot of things in my life, not received.
Mm-hmm.
Not received well. Not at all. Like, I met one of my work besties by just being like, trauma dumping.
Well, and realizing that, like, people sometimes don't want to fix a situation. They just want to complain. And the more I've noticed that, the more I've been like trying to like point it out when I do it, because I'll complain about something like before And I'll be like, oh no, I don't want to fix anything. I just want to complain. But like the more I point it out, the more I realize that like other people do that a lot. But I think the difference is though is like sometimes like when people are complaining about these huge things, like I think we see them as like, oh, this would be an easy fix. This is all that would need to happen,
Yeah.
rather than like continuing to be miserable. But I think some people would just prefer to continually be miserable and like complain about it. And like that's fine. I like left of that for them. I don't want to talk to you, but like,
Keep doing it.
I love that journey for you.
Keep doing that.
Mm-hmm. You're entitled to your feelings. I don't want to hear about them because I think they're dumb, but like, good job. Get it, girl.
I got, oh my God. I would get called a lot. Like, Christina, and piss somebody off at work. Like, it's kind of a regular occurrence. And then certain people, like, got to know me. And, God, what was this one thing that, oh, yeah. There was somebody I definitely, like, did not see eye to eye with because I thought they were very unethical and immoral in certain things. And I realized it was not effective the way I went about our discussion because I was continually telling her how wrong she was.
Someone had to.
She was. I was like,
I have to deal with this shit you're doing. Like, you have to deal with me telling you.
And she'd be like, no, it's fine. And I'm like, no, it's not okay, and here's why it's not okay, and how that could impact somebody's life. And like, you came in here asking me a question about what to do in the XYZ situation, and then you go and then you ask like 15 other people, and then like dog on me for the way I'm doing shit. And it's like, I've been here for a while. You were the one who asked me the question, and then like I'm educating you on different specific things and how I feel about them, and kind of walked into it like yourself. But I was like not backing down. There are certain things like I just not going to back down on that belief and how I feel about it. Like, period. It was almost like it was not, we did not communicate well at all. It was, and I had a really hard time like struggling with my face, like making faces about how like stupid the conversations were at times. And I was like, I'm going to fucking get my ass like chewed for this. So in meetings, I would be like this. I'd have to cover my face because I was like, I can't let some shit. Actually, my friends had to be like, Christina, like your face. Your face is showing. It's like, they said some really fucking dumb shit.
Yeah.
Also, this meeting could have been like,
I have to deal with the shit they're saying. They have to deal with my face.
Right.
That's how that works. Glad we're both uncomfortable here.
It was a two-sided affair, that's for sure. Like, I was just glad I didn't have to sit near that person because, like, shit would have gone down. Like, if I heard the conversations that were going on that some other people did, and they were like, dude, it's crazy. I was like, nope. If I was there, wouldn't have been able to, like, let this happen. Like, I would have interrupted and would have been like, actually, like, that was my MO in, like, school and, like, and it wasn't because I was trying to be, like, better than anyone else. It was because I didn't want people to die. And so, like, I think motivation.
But also, like, I don't think it, like, any of that shit, not what you're talking about doesn't matter. But I mean, like, as far as the why, I don't think, like, I don't know. I don't think it necessarily needs to be justified. I think it's, like, people should just be used to getting, like, called out for, like, doing dumb, unethical shit. You know what I mean?
I think it's interesting comparatively because you have people who are doing things because they are dumb and not ethical, and my brain farted.
I remember once, and it reminded me of the story. I think it was like in middle school or something, but I remember this one girl came up to me and she was just like, do you know that this person's like talking shit about you or whatever? I was like, oh, no, but that makes sense. And she's like, why? I'm like, well, because like we don't like each other. I talk shit about her all the time too. Like, I don't know. Like, her and I are on the same page. I don't know where like you fit into this, but like, we're good. Like, I don't like her. She don't like me. I talk shit about her all the time. She talks shit about me. Like,
that's like one of the beautiful things that I know, like, people either love me or hate me in my life. Like, I figured that out really fast. I was like, yeah, people will either, like, run in the other direction and want nothing to do with me, or people are like, yeah, we want to ride or die, like, with you. For sure.
Yeah. I think our personalities are very polarizing, which, like, I like that, because, like, there are certain people who like to be liked, and I don't understand that, because it's like, the more people that like you, the more people you have to deal with, and, like, ew. I don't know.
It's a lot to deal
Yeah,
with.
but it's like I care a lot about, like, my friends and, like, whatever, and it's like, I don't want to, I don't know, like, yeah, it's just like, if everybody liked me, then there'd be, like, so many people, like, I don't know, like, trying to talk to me all the time, and, like, yeah, it's just too much. But I do think too, which I was gonna say, like, I only wanted whatever, but if somebody, like, needed help or something, it doesn't matter who they are. Like, I would help them. Like, I think that's something too, where it also, on the other side of things, like, just because, like, you were going, not you personally, but just because someone was going through something, and I, like, was there for them, and, like, kind of, like, did stuff to help support them, that also doesn't mean we're friends. Like, I just want to put that out there. Like, you needed help. If I have the ability to help you, I 100% will. But, like, let's not confuse that with, like, we're close now, because that has gotten me into situations where I've, like, not so much in recent years, but, like, especially in, like, younger years, someone would need help, and I'd help them, and then it was all of a sudden, like, we're really close, and it was like, ooh, see, I hold my friends to a very high standard, and, like, you're not that, and it's like, you need help, so I help you, but I don't want to be associated with you. Like, I don't know. So yeah. Like, I do, like, I prefer people not like me. Like, I'll still help you. You don't have to like me. If I have the capacity to help you, I will. But, like,
yeah.
yeah.
There was a stretch of time where I was, like, helping quite a bit of people, like, homeless people, and some of them were like, oh yeah, we're gonna be buddies now, and I'm like, not exactly. It's just helping you out right now.
Yeah. But I don't know, like, especially, like, in college, when people would need help, like, moving and stuff, like, or just, like, but also anything. Like, let's say, like, there was somebody that I worked with. This has actually happened a lot, not just at Victoria's Secret, but, like, times where I worked at Victoria's Secret where someone was going through a really bad breakup, and, like, they needed help with whatever. And so I was just like, yeah, let me drop everything and, like, help you, like, move or whatever you need to. I've done that so many times.
Yes.
But then
sorry,
later,
I got excited because I remember times I've done that.
Yeah.
And I get it. I know what you're talking about. Like, at work, I would just, like, I would start working somewhere. No, I knew somebody for a few weeks. They were like, oh, I just got a divorce. I'm going to be moving. I need help. And I was like, okay.
Yeah. Okay, I'll help.
Okay.
I can
like,
help.
all the time. Yeah.
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 And I know. And, like, sometimes I've met some of my closest friends through those interactions, but I've also met, like, a lot of people who then think that we're really close because no one was there for me except for you. It's like, yeah, well, I can kind of see why now.
Right.
But, like, I'm just, that was my bad. Yeah, those two puzzle pieces are connected.
Somebody at work who was, like, didn't even help in that way, but they were just so, like, enamored with me that it was like, I ran into that situation where I was like, please no, please no, please no, please no. And then it actually crossed a boundary line. I know this is different, but my brain went there. No. I'm getting called by debt collector, collecting debt collections all the time, and
Is it still calling?
Probably.
Let me answer.
Well, it's probably okay. Go ahead.
Hello.
Hello. This is the law office of Robert Gibney calling to discuss an important item that could potentially impact.
Oh, don't do that. I don't want to do it.
Hold momentarily while we direct your.
Not because, like, I don't like fun things, but, like, it's kind of triggering for me.
I just want to fuck with people.
Okay, go do it in another room.
Okay. I won't if it's triggering.
I've had trouble with. This has been like they call me all the time and, like.
Okay.
Sorry, it's the thing.
No, you're good. I was just gonna
I like fucking with people, but
I was just gonna be like, is this Christina? No. Who's this? Kate. Is this Christina's phone number? Maybe. That's all I was gonna do was like shit like that. But if it's like too much, I get it.
It's
Totally fine. No, that like there was this one girl actually when I started working at Wellman's in West Glen. There was a group of people that would like go out after work every night, and then I would just go sit up in the rooftop bar, and like I made friends with the bartender who was up there, and him and I would just like chill and have a drink afterwards. And then this one girl was like, "Oh, we're going here, we're going here." I was like, "Oh, okay, no, I'll pass." And then eventually she's just like, "Do you not like going out or whatever?" I'm like, "No, like not really during like the weeknights and stuff and all of that." And she's like, "Oh, well, like how are we gonna be friends if you like don't ever want to go somewhere?" I'm like, "Oh, yeah, I'm not working here to make friends. Like I'm good." And she just kind of looked at me and was like, "Ha." I'm like, "Oh no, like I'm not trying to be an asshole. Like I already have a lot of friends. Like I don't want to be friends." And like and then later the bartender Alex, he's like, "Jesus, Kate." And I'm like, "What?"
I
Like,
said that
just-
to
I
somebody.
feel-
There's something wrong with that. I said that to somebody.
I mean, I was
within the past,
nice.
like year and a half.
But I was nice
I
about
did
it.
that on like somebody wanted to be my friend on Facebook and like through a page and whatever, and they were like, "I'm really lonely," and I was like, "I can't. I don't have any capacity to like."
Yeah, I mean, I was nice about it, but like also,
I think that's nice though. To
Yeah.
be like, I don't
Or
have
caring.
the capacity.
it's like I think it's care. I think being nice and being caring are different. Like I cared enough to like don't waste your time on me.
Exactly.
You know? Like I'm not trying to. You seem like a great person. I love that you want to make friends.
Right.
I'm not it,
Right.
but like
Right. Or to like know enough about yourself to be like, this is not going to be a fit. Like,
yeah, I don't know. It was just like whatever. I think like later on though, like hindsight, which I didn't know this at the time, but I actually think she wanted to be friends with me because like I don't want to say friends with her boyfriend, but inadvertently friends. So he had bartended at a place where like I had also bartended, and so we had a lot of mutual friends. And
Yeah.
I don't think we had only hung out maybe like twice in like huge groups of like a party or something like here and there. Like I didn't know who he was. He
Yeah.
wouldn't have known who I was, but like she knew by all the like mutuals and stuff, whatever. And so I think that's actually why she was. But I had no idea about any of that, nor did I care. So it was also really fucking funny now thinking back and looking at the situation where she was probably trying to just get to know me. And I was just like, yeah, no. You know what I mean? Like, but live and learn. Like, I don't know. Yeah. But I couldn't even like tell you his name. Like I don't know. But it was because like later on I was telling that story to like my roommates that I lived with at the time, and they were like, "Oh, she's this person." And I'm like, "Okay." And they're like, "She's dating this guy." And I was like, "Okay." They're like, "You've met him a couple of times, like passing by. They're friends with all these people." I'm like, "Oh, okay, that makes sense." But I was like, "Oh, well, yeah, alrighty, here we are."
My brain is also like fading fast.
All right,
I'm gonna
time to go.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything you want to say or add, or anything you wanted to circle back to?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't remember. My brain is just like, it's like the shutters going down. Like
You look really happy.
Yeah.
Okay. Time to go. Bye.
I'm tired.
I get that. Do you need